We're happy to have Maria Teresa Kumar with us talking about National Pledge to Vote Day. She's the co-founding president and CEO of Voto Latino. First, I want to give a big good morning to you, Maria. And also, obviously, there was a need behind this foundation, Voto Latino. What was that need and what is that need?
Well, Angela, thanks so much for having me today. Well, the reason that we started focusing on Latino voters 16 years ago is that we realized that they were the fastest growing demographic of eligible voters. And if we believe in a thriving democracy, we should, expect maximum participation. This year, for the first time, Latinos are going to be the second largest voting bloc in our nation's history. And that's because 4 million young Latinos have turned 18 since the last election. In fact, a Latino youth voter becomes eligible every 30 seconds. So we have partnered with Steve Madden, with Walmart, with Sony Music. We've also partnered with Selena Gomez and Zoe Saldana and Maná and Los Tigres del Norte, because we deeply believe that getting a Latino informed about participation is not just great for the community, but for the country as well.
It's a really exciting time for you, and I know we have a large Latino population here in Arizona. So eligible voters is very different than people who are actually voting. How much do you think of that? Do you think people are going to actually be showing up at the polls or sending in their votes?
Well, this is the biggest challenge in the Latino community, is that once we're registered, we do vote. 79% of us do vote. Our biggest challenge is closing that voter registration gap. And so Voto Latino, that's what we focus on first, and then we get you out to the polls. So in Arizona, we have registered over 55,000 individuals, and then we're going to mobilize over close to 500,000 Arizonans, because we recognize that sometimes you just need a reminder. And if you're not sure where your polling place is or what's on your ballot, if you text PLAN, P-L-A-N, to 73179, we will get you to the polls. We'll give you the information you need. And in Arizona right now, you can go ahead and vote early, and you can vote early until October 30th. We encourage you to make a plan. And, it might take a little longer because so many fellow citizens are voting in record clip. So bring some water, make sure you bring an umbrella because you are in Arizona, and pack a snack. And I always say, invite a friend and get your playlist ready so that you can enjoy it while you wait.
That's a good idea. And of course, for me, I still forget the mask. So make sure you wear a mask. I go in the grocery store, I'm like, whoops, it's not second nature to me still. So make sure you bring your mask. You may have just mentioned this, but I want you to reiterate it. How can someone make their pledge to vote?
If they text PLAN, P-L-A-N, to 73179, or if they visit votolatino.org, you make a pledge, and then we will provide you with everything that is on your ballot with your polling location. And even if you want, we will give you a ride to the polls through Lyft. So we try to make it as turnkey as possible, no excuses. We think about this all the time. We know that you don't, so we want to make sure that it's plug and play. And look, if you care about healthcare, if you care about jobs, if you want to talk about the issues that are impacting so many of us under COVID, we want to make sure that your voice is heard and that you participate.
Yeah, and reiterate one more time, how important is this Latino vote? Why specifically the Latino vote?
So this is the thing. For so many years, the Latino vote has been just disproportionately young. This is the first time we'll be the second largest voting bloc, and that's because close to 10 million of us are under the age of 33. Majority of us are first-generation Americans, and sadly, the majority of our schools don't teach civic education. So think about Voto Latino. What we do every day is we market democracy. Nike markets shoes, we market democracies to tell you, look, if you participate, your world can change by electing people who actually, believe in your values.
Love it. Thank you so much. Such great information today. Maria Teresa Kumar, thank you very much.
Thanks, Angela. Stay warm.